This is SSPTV News, brought to you by Samsung Productions and the Hazleton Standard Speaker.
The first round of a community effort to fight opioid addiction. That story and more next. Happy Friday, everyone, and thank you so much for joining us. I'm Ken Kara, and these are your headlines from SSPTV and the Hazleton Standard Speaker. The local media and other agencies hosted a forum on opioid addiction recently, and our John Eric Poli was there.
Well, last night there was a big event in the Hazleton area. It was called the Opioid Town Hall, and it was just to fill everybody in on this epidemic that's been, plaguing not only here in Pennsylvania but across the whole entire country. And here to tell us all about this event tonight is some of the people that were very instrumental in putting it on. We're going to start with John Patton. He's the operations manager for the Standard Speaker. John, the Standard Speaker was really the brainchild behind this operation here. Why did you guys want to put this event on here tonight?
Well, I think what you said obviously is what we've been thinking about. It's an epidemic, and obviously there are a lot of people out there who are involved in it, but there are a lot more people who don't know that they're involved in it. And what we tried to do last night was basically bring some of that to light. Start talking a little bit about the way to prevent it, the way to treat it, but a lot has to do with the way that people can recover from it.
Yeah, and it was a great event, John. Thank you so much for putting it on. We really do appreciate it. Next, we're going to go to Lisa Vinciguero. She's the co-owner of the Guardian Angel Recovery House. Lisa, first off, tell us about the Guardian Angel Recovery House, what it is, and what are some of the services that you guys provide?
So we are a structured, sober living. We offer safe, sober living for people who are coming out of treatment, halfway houses, jail. That way they can build a foundation of recovery that we're trying to bridge the gap between treatment and home life.
And Lisa, why was it important for you to be here and be part of this event tonight?
To show people that there is recovery. A lot of people are just looking at using addicts, and there are so many hidden recovering men and women in Hazleton, in Pennsylvania, and across the country that nobody's looking at.
Thanks, Lisa, for your time. And finally, we're going to bring in Dr. Mead here. Dr. Mead, you see this every day too as a doctor. Tell me, first off, why did you want to be here, and what were some of the things that you presented to everybody?
Well, one of the reasons I want to be here is that as a physician and surgeon, we're part of the problem. If we're part of the problem, we better be part of the solution. So I think for decades, physicians were sort of misled by a number of variables, but we overprescribe narcotics unknowingly, and this was part of the problem. A lot of those narcotics weren't used at home. They were either misused or they were leaked and other people used them, but we did not have an alternative. When I trained in medical school, really, and as a surgical resident, that was our number one go-to drug for pain. We didn't know there was alternatives. Over the past 2 decades or so, we have figured out alternatives to opioids that actually have better outcomes with less addiction problems, no addiction problems, and people actually do better with less side effects. So I was here last night to educate people about what we've learned over the past 2 decades on how to treat people without opioids and get better outcomes.
Thanks, Dr. Mead. We appreciate your time as well. And remember, everyone, that together we can fight back and we can end this.
Thank you, John. Well, this Sunday, you're invited to a special unveiling. West Hazleton Mayor John Chura tells us that the borough will unveil a new monument.
Well, on Sunday, the 26th, we want to unveil our Vietnam Memorial on 15th Street, right where our lit-up sign is. So we're planning to have that dedication that day at 2 o'clock.
And who would you like to come out for this?
All the borough residents are welcome. Anybody from Hazleton or the area is more than welcome to come. We want to pay a special tribute to the Vietnam vets.
Signed by Salvador DeFazio, remembers the borough's residents who died in the Vietnam War and all who served in the conflict. It includes a plaque with the names of fallen heroes. They are Richard Charles Balaconis, George John Kendra, Louis Vincent Romanelli, and Edward John Stankiewicz. In addition to the dedication on Sunday, West Hazleton will host its annual Memorial Day Parade on Monday at 9 a.m. And the city of Hazleton has a Memorial Day service on Monday as well. It will begin with the Mass at 10 a.m. at St. Gabriel's Cemetery Chapel on Poplar Street. It will be followed by the fire department. They will have a service at 11 a.m. The main speaker will be Butler Township Police Officer George Kiefer, who served with the U.S. Army in the Middle East. In the event of rain, the Mass will be held at St. Gabriel's Church.
Time now for weather on SSPTV News.
Packed house for the Hazleton area playoff baseball game today. The Cougars took on West Scranton. Well, the results from that game in just a moment. Beautiful day for baseball. Here's our forecast for tonight from the National Weather Service. Patchy fog after 2 a.m. Otherwise partly cloudy with a low of 49. 30% chance of showers then on Saturday, but a partly sunny day with a high of 73. At night, we're down to 61 degrees, 40% chance of a shower, maybe a thunderstorm. Sunday, 30% chance of showers, possible thunderstorm, partly sunny though, high of 80 degrees, 57 for a low at night, 30% chance of showers and thunderstorms on Memorial Day. Mostly sunny, highs in the mid-70s, down to 56 degrees at night, partly cloudy, partly sunny on Tuesday, high of 78, and then on Tuesday night we have a low of 62 degrees. All right, some afternoon baseball in the city of Hazleton. Here's the SSPTV standard speaker scoreboard. Hazleton area moves on in the district's 2, 4, 6A sub-regional playoffs. They advance to the championship on Monday at PNC Field in Moosic. They will either play Delaware Valley or Williamsport. It was a back-and-forth game with West Scranton. Alex Mentler had the go-ahead RBI triple for the Cougars. In the District 11 4A softball semifinal round, Tamaqua pushed top seed Northwestern Lehigh 2 extras. The Tigers won the game in the 8th. Miranda Chinchar had a 2-run home run for the Lady Raiders of Tamaqua as they got the victory there. Before we break, we want to wish happy birthday to our Jennifer Malaga. Without her, you would be looking at a blank screen right now, so thank you so much, Jen. Well, still to come on the news, we have an important interview in sports. It's a lot of fun with a race car driver, and we'll take a trip to Shikshini to see how volunteers are trying to save Camp Louise. We'll be right back.
Good evening, everyone. Here's today's Talk of the Town. A special happy 18th birthday goes out to Dimitri Rhett Fort of Hazleton, whose birthday is tomorrow, May 25th. Love from Dad, Mom, and Adriana. And on June 1st at 10 a.m., you're invited to Fighters Heaven. It is the grand opening of the Deer Lake Train Facility, which is famously known for Muhammad Ali's training camps. There will be a $5 donation. And that's today's Talk of the Town. SSPTV News would like to send sincere condolences to the family and friends of these recently departed. Rose M. Ford of Hazleton. Mass will be Saturday at 10:30 a.m. at Our Lady of Grace Church. Friends may call Saturday from 9 to 10 a.m. at the Firo Funeral Home. Basil P. Gramada of McAdoo. The Frank J. Bonham Funeral Home will announce their arrangements. Edward M. Marchenko of Hazleton. Services will be private under the Frank J. Bonham Funeral Home. Clinton Gilbert Morrison of Lake Wales, Florida. A memorial service will be held on Monday at 10:30 a.m. at Water's Edge in Lake Wales, Florida. Peter C. Nicholson of Hazleton. The Frank J. Bonham Funeral Home will announce their arrangements. Mary Agnes Novotnak of Sugarloaf Township. Mass will be Saturday at 10 a.m. at St. John Bosco Church. Friends may call Saturday from 9 to 10 a.m. at the church. The John J. Pustay Funeral Home is in charge of arrangements. And Michael C. Rock of Freeland. The McKee Wilczek Funeral Home will announce their arrangements. Today's social and obituary report is brought to you by Harmon Funeral Homes and Crematory. Call 570-788-0977 or go to harmonfuneral.com.